Now let me introduce you to the ingredients we'll be using for this soup. This is stock fish. We'll be making use of stock fish. I've cleaned and washed my stock fish very well. This is the stock head and the tail. We'll also be making use of salt. I won't be using all of this. We'll be making use of some seasoning cubes. I'm going to actually use more than this. Also be making use of fish here and some seasoning cubes. So make sure you add your seasoning cubes according to taste and how you like it. And this is crayfish. This is blended pepper. We'll also make use of bomo here. I've cooked, washed, and also diced my bomo. We'll also be making use of some meat. I've already cooked this meat. And this is the afang that we'll be using. This is already blended with my blender. I showed you the process of blending it. I'll also make use of water leaf. When cooking afang, ensure to use enough water leaf so that the afang will not come out as strong. And don't use too much so that it will not be too soft. Just enough quantity of water leaf will be okay. I'll also be making use of my periwinkle. This periwinkle I cut, washed very well to ensure it is clean, and then I like to pre-cook it so that it will bring out this bluish stuff that you see here. That is because I don't like to see this blue thing inside my soup. If you cook it like that without taking this out, you are going to have it slimy in the soup, and I don't like to have any sort of slimy stuff caused by periwinkle in the soup. And also cooking it like this makes the periwinkle to be well cooked from the inside. And if there are any male periwinkles, this is the opportunity to select it out. And male periwinkles are the one that looks like crayfish inside. So when you cook it, you will see that it will come out looking reddish. But there is no male periwinkle here, so we don't have that problem here. To prepare my soup, I am going to introduce my ingredients one after the other. That is the dry fish and stock fish. So I'm going to add some water and then cook this up for some time. That is because I did not cook the stock fish with the meat. So I'm going to cook the stock fish and the fish for some time until it is soft. It started burning a bit. I'm going to add my bomo. Add more water and stir. I'm also going to add seasoning cubes to this. Add some pepper. The second water I added dried up. So it's now time to introduce the other proteins. So I'm adding my meat. Periwinkle, and then add 1 double cube nut seasoning, add some water. I'm going to add my palm oil so that it will just cook alongside. After allowing it to boil for some time, now it's time to add the water leaf. So I'm I just added half of the water. Leave, and I'm going to stir this very well before adding the remaining half. And I'm adding the remaining water leaf to it. I'm adding the Afang water from the blender so that it won't go into waste, and I'm going to stir it up. I'm going to add more water since it is Afang that we are cooking, and we need more water in Afang soup. I'm going to add a little bit of salt to taste and stir it. It's already boiling, so I'm just going to stir this up. Let me add the crayfish. I like to add my crayfish at the tail end. Since I'll be storing this Afang, I'm going to add it off heat. So I'm going to turn off the heat now, and then I'm going to add the Afang to it. Add more. If you like your Afang to be thicker than this, you can as well give it the consistency that you like. And now our Afang soup is ready.